All right, tell me your story.
Okay. So we were at beer garden the other night.
Yes.
We walk in and I see Megan. You remember?
Yes.
Little guy from high school.
Baseball. He was on the baseball team.
I don't even know. So we walk in and the group of people that I was with was talking to him. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I have to talk to him. So I go up and I'm like, do you remember me by chance? And he's like, he recognized me from high school.
Yeah.
He didn't totally recognize me. I'm like, journalism? And he was like, oh. And I was like, I have a recording on my phone of you, and I asked you what your Halloween favorite movies were. And he was like, Halloween Town 1, Halloween Town 2, Halloween Town 3, Halloween Town 4.
This is a dude saying this?
Yeah, that's what his response to me was. And I had the recording on my phone. And I was like, this is the one thing I remember about you from high school is that you were such a jerk during these interviews because you would just say the stupid things.
But what if that was actually his favorite show?
I know, and I was movie? I didn't know anything. I'm like, maybe there are 5 Halloween towns.
He got a thing for witches, I'm telling you. Yeah. I hated those movies.
I didn't even watch them, so I had no idea.
I hated them. All those Disney Halloween movies, they just made me cringe.
I didn't like Halloween movies at all either, so.
I still don't, to this day.
I watched did you see the ad for the black phone?
No.
Well, I didn't sleep for 2 nights because I watched the ad for it.
The black phone?
Yes. Watch it in your own time.
I'm not going to watch this. No.
I've been telling everyone about it. I'm like, have you seen this?
The black phone?
Yeah. It's so scary.
Nope. I don't.
Don't watch it. Also, I heard Stranger Things is really scary.
Yeah, see, I've never seen Stranger Things. Have you seen it?
I saw the first, I think, 2 seasons. And this is the 3rd one that just came out. Maybe, I think.
I don't know.
I watched bits and pieces of the first 2, and my parents watched the first episode of the 3rd season. And they said it was, scary. My mom was like, we're done.
Wait, really? Mm-hmm. Wait, did you see the new Doctor Strange? I wouldn't say it's scary. I would say that this is unprofessional. I have gum in my mouth.
Spit that out.
Oh, sorry.
Better?
Yes. Also, I have not even sorry about this. I have not even introed the podcast yet. So let me let me do that right quick. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the Echols Unlimited podcast. I'm your host, Terrence Echols, here joined by one of my very, very good friends, Jillian Risavi from the Siena women's lacrosse team. Well, now graduated, right?
Alum.
An alum now.
Mm-hmm.
Alumna. But so I mean, we're gonna continue our conversation, but so Doctor Strange, you haven't seen it?
Haven't seen it. Is that Netflix? Is that a really stupid question? It's a stupid question. Okay, at least you're honest.
Doctor Strange is it came out in the theaters. It's like a Marvel movie.
Oh, see, that was a stupid question.
Yeah, hey, see, it happens. I've been asked worse questions. Trust me.
You didn't know what the black phone was, so.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what the black phone is. You don't know Doctor Strange. We're even.
We're on even playing ground
exactly.
right now.
It happens. Okay. It works. Good. So that movie was probably the scariest Marvel movie, but it was
scary.
It had a few jump scares.
Okay.
Where you're like, oh, geez, and it's couple parts of it mess with your head where you're just like. It's Marvel's so good at making you like the villain and understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Yes.
And it's
Has Jake talked to you about Moon Knight?
Yes. So that's the one thing I haven't seen. I still need to see Moon Knight.
That messes with your head. It's really good though. It's very interesting.
Really?
Yeah. He made me watch it and then I totally got hooked because I'm not a Marvel person, clearly.
Why the heck not?
I don't know. I don't know. The only reason I watched it was because of Jake, and it was very, mind twisting.
What a guy. Shout out Jacob.
Shout out Jake Risavi.
Probably won't be the first time we'll shout him out, but...
Probably not.
That's my guy. That's my brother.
I got a lot of shout outs in his, so...
He did. Wait, did I show you? I can show you this now because now you're of age.
5 years later.
No, this was 2 years ago. It was bad. Not bad. It was funny though.
Delinquent.
Absolutely hilarious. Where do I find this video? I enjoy these types of podcasts where I just like goof around,
I know, it's
do
fun.
stupid stuff.
Hey. Here's a plug for my sister. She's an alcoholic.
Definitely cutting. Right, exactly. You're a good kid, Jillian.
Thanks, Steve.
Don't let anyone
Appreciate
think
you.
otherwise. Okay, let's get into like the nitty gritty like questions.
Okay.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about your lacrosse career. Give you the chance to reflect on your career and talk
Okay.
about that a little bit. So my first question to you is, when did you fall in love with the game of lacrosse?
Wow, that's a very good question, too. I have not been asked that before. I don't
Really?
think ever. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I think I fell in love with it when I was very, very little. I think my first memory of it was when I was maybe like 5 or 6 years old, and we had those like itty bitty tiny sticks from Dick's Sporting Goods,
yeah.
and they had like the little red head on top,
Yep.
and they were probably the size of my forearm. But that was probably my first memory of it. But to be honest with you, I didn't like fall in love with it until sophomore year of high school.
No
Like
way.
I loved it, but I didn't realize that I like wanted to play so badly in
Yeah.
college until I was a sophomore in high school. Which
Interesting.
is probably sounds bad that I like
That's like later down the line. Yeah.
yeah, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it, but I didn't. There was definitely a period of time where I didn't know if I wanted to continue playing in college. And then once I hit sophomore year of high school, I was like, I absolutely cannot let this go. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
So I loved it, but there were definitely points that I realized that I would like needed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then that's like a pivotal time. Like for those who don't know, like sophomore year of high school for lacrosse players, like that's when you got to make your decision.
Right, yeah, and especially back then. I think it's pushed a little bit
Okay.
now, I think,
Yeah.
of like committing and all of that.
Right.
But especially with people around me committing,
Right.
you know, at that
Yeah.
point you're like, do I actually want this, or is it just the pressure of everyone around me making this decision?
Mm-hmm.
And at that point I was like, oh my god, I need this so
Yeah.
bad. Like I love this sport, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean, your grade had like 3, maybe 4
3
girls.
big commits, yeah.
Yeah.
There were 4 of us that were, going on to play at the Division 1 level. So
That's
I mean,
yeah.
that's a great class. to
That's a
have
really good
coming
class.
out, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and all great schools. And
Yep.
so
Plus you had like Liz there too. Like
oh my god, yeah, who is just like an amazing
Shout out Liz.
player. Shout out Liz. I need to see her.
I know.
But yeah, it was. I feel like that's a late time to fall in love with it. But I feel like that was like the moment where I was like, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, no, that's wow, surprising. Okay, so I pretty much ask anybody who I have on here who plays like a sport at a high level, like, when you fall in love with the game, but like, okay, so what up until then, like, how did you feel about lacrosse up until then? Like, what was your sort of mindset
You're asking
going to
very good
practice and
questions,
stuff?
Terrence.
Oh, of course, that's what I do, Jillian.
So I remember like going to JDYAA and loving it, and having a lot of fun at practice and stuff. But I think, to be honest with you, I think a lot of the pressure of playing in college ruined a lot of my experiences, and not a lot. That's not probably accurate, but a good chunk of it I feel like was ruined by like the stress of committing to college. And I remember even being in middle school and kids were talking about it, and
Oh my gosh.
you're like, oh my god, how do you even know if you don't even know where you're going to college
Yeah.
or what you want to do in college?
Exactly.
And that's just not where my head was at. So
Yeah.
I was like stressed out by it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But my parents definitely helped me reset it in my head so that I could actually enjoy it. And there were definitely points that I was able to enjoy it because
Right.
of them.
Okay.
Because they helped me figure it out and kind of like set aside the other things. So definitely weird, but I feel like it was a good path of getting to where I needed to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I mean, you come from a bit of a lacrosse family, no? Like your dad, your brother.
yeah.
I don't know if your mom played, but
She was field hockey, so close.
oh, okay,
She was
very close, similar
but-
sport.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, just coming from that family, having dealing with that in middle school, friends talking about that stuff, like
Yeah.
that can be a lot. Like I didn't know that you guys were taught like. I was always a basketball guy. So we all know basketball, like you can commit when you're a sophomore, but no one really does it. You normally commit after
and I know
your
nothing
junior
about
season.
how that works.
Exactly. But here you are in lacrosse, everyone's committing before their sophomore season.
Right.
So that's like very, very early on in the process. You're starting to hear from schools as early as your freshman year.
Right.
So yeah, no, that's different. Like I haven't talked about that much at all in terms of
you're on, I'm sure you know too, there's so many club teams and things like that. I mean, I think I was on, I don't even know how many club teams I was on, but I was on so many different ones that, I was on ones with girls older than me, or I was usually on ones with girls older than me. Because
well, everyone's older than you.
That's true. That's really true.
You're still like 20, right?
Yeah, I think. But it was to get better, you want to play with people who are better than you, and I think sometimes that would put me in a very like nervous state of oh god, like I'm playing with girls who are twice my size, and I think that tainted some of the experiences that I had, but it also made me better for it. So there's so many like good and bad things throughout all of those experiences, and club was good and bad. There's so much drama that comes with club, and it's just the stress of committing takes over way more than it should when it comes to like you just need to play the sport, which is what I now in hindsight it's 2020 now, but
yeah, true. I mean, everyone has to go through it. Now you're better for it, and then when you have kids and all that stuff, you'll be able to help them with that process. You'll be able to steer your kid in the right direction. When your kid wants to go play college lacrosse and he says, I want to be a Siena Saint just like you, Mom, you could be like, listen, kid, I love Siena, but there's a better school for you. And it's right down the road in Poughkeepsie, New York, Marist College.
Go Foxes.
Go Foxes, gang.
Go Foxes basketball, go Saints lacrosse.
Okay. I can respect that too. Right. Yeah, exactly. No, I feel the same way. So I'm just saying, I mean.
You're just saying the truth.
You can steer them towards a better school.
That's right. It's very pretty there.
Yeah? Yeah, true. Okay. So, wait. Favorite club team. Yeah.
That's a hard question. Okay, well, I loved one of the club teams that I was on was called CNY-ELC. So I can't even remember what all of the ELC standed for, but obviously Central New York.
Yep.
But I was on that team with a bunch of girls from Beeville and a couple girls from like West Jenny.
Okay.
And I actually really liked that one a lot because it was a completely different crowd than like playing with your high school girls or your middle or your like hometown girls.
Right.
And it was fun because I got to meet a lot of new people, and I did that club team by myself as opposed to like Orange Crush, who I did with like all my best friends from high school. But I liked that one a lot because I felt like I could be my own player, and I feel like when you grow up playing with the same girls, you kind of like fall into this very repetitive state of playing. And you kind of feel like you know where you're supposed to fit in and like who the Dodgers are, who the defenders are, stuff like that. And I feel like when I went to a different team with a completely different set of people, I felt like I could like explore a little bit more into like what kind of player I could be. Exactly. Have different coaches' perspectives. So I feel like that was like the most fun time.
Yeah.
So
no, great answer. So let's start talking about, like, we talked a little about recruiting. Let's talk about what made you want to make that decision to go to Siena. Like, what about Siena made you want to go there, and then what about Siena Lacrosse made you want to go there?
Okay, so the recruiting process was very like hectic for me, and I felt like there were a lot of options like all over the map. And the like the biggest name options were down south, and I knew that I didn't want to leave too far from home.
You can name them.
It was like George Mason, Marquette. There's another one, I can't think of it at the moment. But like they were
like
just
far
way
away.
Too far. Like,
yeah.
Marquette is way too far. I just knew that I couldn't do that because I'd just be so homesick.
Yeah, no, you're not a Wisconsin girl, Julia.
I'm not a cheesehead. So.
Perfect. And then George Mason, that's in where, Virginia?
That's Virginia. And my
Okay.
aunt actually went there. And she was like, it's a huge school. And I just, for some reason, knew I wasn't a big school girl.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then we just so happened to be emailing with the Siena coach. And I knew I wanted to take my time with the recruiting process. And that was sort of the way that it just unfolded. Mm-hmm. That we went to go visit. It was close to home. Met with the coach. She was great. She was amazing. She was so welcoming, so kind. Mm-hmm. Talked about how the culture was very much so of a family.
Yeah.
And I really liked that she cared about you off the field. But then, so I committed there.
Yep.
Because everything, I went there and it just felt very fitting. Like I just felt like it was where I belonged at that point in time. It seemed very perfect.
Yep.
And then I go home, and like 2 months later, after I commit, I found out I signed my letter of intent. And letter of intent? Is that
yeah, letter of intent.
Yeah,
yep.
Letter of intent. I'm thinking of
NIL. Yeah. Wait.
National?
No, you're
right.
What?
National
letter of intent.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, National Signing
That's
Day.
right.
Okay, yeah. Name, image, likeness is NIL.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I found out that she was fired.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And I did not, no one knew why.
Yeah.
It was just very out of the blue. It was the middle of fall ball, so it was just very bizarre. So I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And because at that point, they don't have to keep you as a recruit.
Exactly. Obviously, they're going to keep you.
Obviously.
Freaking star. Are you kidding me? You seen this girl play lacrosse? Unbelievable.
I'm walking like a crip these days now.
We'll get into that too. Yeah.
Great. So I was panicking, and then my mom and I made a trip out to Canisius because we thought it was like a sister school.
I remember this. Yes.
You know, we showed up to campus. No offense to anyone that goes there, but it just was not for me.
That place, yeah. Sorry.
It was not for me.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Not a fan of Canisius either.
Yeah.
Sure, the kids are great. I'm
Yeah.
sure the professors are amazing, but that downtown Buffalo look and
It's tough.
that campus and. You share the lacrosse field with the men's lacrosse team, the baseball team, the softball team.
Everything.
Like that thing is pretty cool. Like whatever you want to call it, that turf field that they have.
I don't know what you call that. I really don't.
It's really cool, but like at the same time, it's like practical. Like for you
my
guys.
Keys are in my butt.
Oh yeah, take your keys and throw them on the.
They're really okay.
Ay.
Okay, continue.
Like that place is like super cool and all
Yeah.
that, but like it's just logistically as a college athlete, like how does that happen? Like are you practicing baseball at like 9 p.m. at night? Because
we just had our game there, and it was a pretty important game, and we were warming up, and there were like baseball guys playing baseball at the end of our field, and we were like, guys, we have a game in like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You have to go.
Right.
This is our warm. This is our side of the field. Like,
yeah.
And they were like, we don't have to go anywhere.
It's like ridiculous.
Guys,
yeah.
you have to leave.
Yeah, you have a game.
Yeah, like this is important. We need we need the goal.
Right.
They were standing in front of the goal, and we were like, what are you
like
doing?
what?
That's just rude.
Exactly.
You know, there's a game happening. We're in uniforms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's Division 1. Players are obviously going to want to work out and do extra work outside
you can't blame them.
Exactly. But at the same time, like I mean, that's a dick move to like just sit there.
It was a dick move. I was getting really annoyed, and then whenever that kind of thing happens, we just like look to our coach because she just knows how to be a boss woman.
Okay, I respect it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember you guys went and did that. But so you just end up staying. You're like.
I was like, I guess I picked this place for more than just lacrosse.
Yeah.
I liked how close everything was. It just felt very homey. I think it's very similar to, I mean, you've been there before.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's pretty similar to like JD. I don't know. Like the environment is kind of similar, I feel like. So it was, I don't know, it just felt right. And
yeah, I agree.
I trusted it, and if I transferred, I transferred, you know?
Yep. I mean, plus, you know, I forgot to mention her, but you also had someone from your high school team there, and Emily Pomeroy, who was in my class. Right.
So I kind of had an inside scoop there, and it was good to know somebody that I played with, who I loved, you know. So it was good to have that connection, too, and it was comforting to have that a little bit. So. Yeah.
No, that's rough. And then, you know, you get through... You go through that entire process. You decide to stick with Siena, and then your senior season comes around. You know, you mentioned you were part of 4 girls who were committed Division I. You know, Allie, Riley, and Katie. Yeah. So like, you guys were all super excited to have your senior year all together. Allie was coming back from her injury.
Yeah.
You were primed and ready to go, and then.
Boom.
Boom.
Yep. Then my second game of my senior season, it was the second half, the beginning of the second half, and I don't even know, I think we were playing Corcoran.
Oh, jeez.
And we just, unfortunately, kind of blow them out of the water every time. And in hindsight, it's like stupid that I even gone back in the game.
Yeah.
And it was very weird. I just like hopped to set up a dodge, and my knee just blew out, and it was definitely very shitty.
Yeah.
Definitely shitty.
Big time. So, I mean, you tore your ACL on that possession, and then, I felt so bad. Like, I was back at school, and when I heard about that, I was like, no freaking way.
I know. Luckily my dad was at the game, because I don't know if my mom would have been like, okay. I think that's too hard to see. My dad had gone through it, and he had saw Jake do it.
Yeah.
And, he gets it. It's like, it sucks, but it's going to be okay. And I think, it would have been hard for my mom to watch that happen.
Yeah.
Even watching it in video is very, like, it makes my stomach hurt a little bit. So.
Yeah, that would have broke your mom's heart. She's a sweetheart.
I think so. So I'm glad that it worked out the way that it did, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely very shitty.
Yeah.
Definitely very
That's
shitty.
a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But what would you say about like your just entire process and dealing with that? Like, how did that go?
It was definitely a very difficult process, although there wasn't a point where I felt like I couldn't handle it. Mm-hmm. I remember kind of being in disbelief after it happened and not really accepting it. Like, the whole day I was kind of like going through the motions of like I don't know if this is TMI for the podcast, but I remember like it was cold, so I had my like long john like leggings on for the game. Yep. And my dad was home, so it wasn't like he could come and help me. Like, I was trying to get my like Under Armour off, and, like, get in the shower. Yep. But like, I couldn't really get anything off because I couldn't bend my knee. I couldn't stand up and sit down normally. Like, it was just all those little things that like I was trying to do, but it was just so much more difficult because you just can't necessarily do it. And, I remember talking with my mom that night and kind of like just getting it all out and talking through like everything that happened up to that moment, and like just expressing how much it sucked, because I feel like at that point you're kind of like, what happened, because I feel like for anyone that does it, you just know in the moment. You just know. It's not like a sprained knee. You just know. Yeah. And my dad knew. He could totally tell before we got the MRI or anything. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's something that you have to just like get out and put it on the table, because otherwise I was definitely struggling with just like swallowing that pill. Mm-hmm. It was definitely a very difficult situation to mentally get. Yeah.
No, it's healthy that you're able to just sit down and talk and just get it all out with your mom. No, that's great, because I mean, that was the end of your career, like in high school at least.
Yeah, absolutely. So. And I had seen Jake, shout out Jake. I had seen Jake go through the whole process. So I kind of in the back of my head knew But you don't actually know how
Right.
difficult it is until you do it.
Yeah.
Or you're like the primary caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't helping Jake get up the stairs because that's not happening.
Right, yeah. This
But
poor kid.
you like, once you go through it, you're like, wow, that is freaking hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the mental side of it, I don't think I've necessarily healed from to this day. Because, I mean, if I thought about going to play in summer league or something like that,
Yeah.
it still freaks me
You're
out.
like, yeah,
It
you gotta
totally
think
freaks me
like
out.
at least a sleeve or a brace or
Yeah.
something. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Like even like with my ankle and
Yeah, I
stuff.
was
Like
gonna
I'm
say,
just
your
like,
ankle.
what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna wear high tops? If I'm
Right.
gonna wear low tops, I gotta wear a sleeve on it. I gotta wear a brace on it. Like I gotta double sock. Like I gotta do something to give it.
It's like not even like double sock would help,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like mentally like cushion or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you got to do something for it to make it feel like it's supported.
Yes.
Because you feel like it's weak. It may not be weak.
Right.
It may be a little bit weaker,
Right.
but like not to the point to where it's gonna really hinder your play.
Yes. Well, and they always told me that, because I would tell the doctor, I'm like, well, it freaks me out to play on this knee now because you have muscle atrophy and all that, so you feel uneven.
Right.
Like everything's a little bit thrown off.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, well, you don't actually have to worry about that one re-tearing because it's stronger now
Right.
that it's repaired with a tendon
Yep.
as opposed to a ligament. But your left one's more at risk. And then you're like, oh, great.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's really helpful.
Just what you need. Yeah. Just another knee to worry about.
So
Oh
then I
god.
started like totally panicking about that one, and you're trying to dodge, and you're trying also not to like hurt yourself, and then
Right.
that's when you actually get hurt. So
Yep. Oh my gosh. It always happens like the second after you're like, okay, I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get hurt. Bam, you get hurt. It's like always, without a doubt. It's like God heard you to be like, yo, watch this.
I know, I swear, it's just, and I just had bad luck with that knee for the rest of college. So
Yeah, no, I mean, well, let's get into that. Well, let's go on. Let's talk about when you got to Siena, and so you deal with all that. You finally get to college. You're what, like 16 years old in college, like.
I was like, wait, yeah.
You're what? Yeah.
Well, funny story. I think I told you this. Did I tell you this? I was in
I don't know.
psychology in my first ever college class, and I sat down next to like my lacrosse buddy,
Yeah.
and they were like, okay, we're watching an R-rated movie in this class. If you're under 18, then you have to get a paper signed by your parents. So they're like, raise your hand if you're under 18. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I swear to God, out of a class of like 40 kids, biggest college class I've ever been part of.
Oh
by the
God,
way.
of course.
Of course, I raised my hand. I'm the only person that raises my hand. I'm like, oh.
You should have just lied at that
I
point,
should have.
Jillian.
And then they were like, I'm thinking, I'm supposed to get this signed by my parents when they live 2 hours away and bring it back by Wednesday.
Wait, like what the heck?
It was so weird. I'm like, well, I'm just signing it. I should have just not said anything.
Yeah. Wait, did you forge your parents' signature?
Yeah. they live in, they live 2 hours away.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, you're past statute of
I was turning
limitations at this
18
point.
in like 3 days at that point. Terrence.
Exactly. No, hey, you won't.
Don't be pointing fingers at me.
Hey, yeah, if you dig up my past, you'll find something worse than that. Something way worse than
I don't know
that.
about that.
Yeah, way worse than that, Jillian. Trust me. I'm not about to incriminate
You're no
myself.
angel. You're no
I'm
angel.
no angel, exactly. But that's funny. That's crazy. So, finally get to college. What's your first like sort of thoughts about just getting to school? Look at my brother, just walks
Where
in
is
and
he?
out. He just keeps walking by
Oh,
with his hat.
pull it down. And
That's
his hair
him.
is longer now.
No, he got a cut.
Wait, I thought you said it was longer.
No, want me to make it? Oh, I don't have my phone. I can text him.
Okay.
Ask him to come in here and show you his haircut.
I feel like he'll be bothered by that.
Well, like, when is he not bothered by me?
I don't want to be the cause of the bother.
I'm the cause of the bother. Like 90% of the time, he's bothered by my sheer presence. Like the kid. You could see the look on his face. Like if I walk upstairs and he's upstairs, like in the bathroom or something, you could see like when I walk by him, it's.
I feel like whenever I saw him at school, he was like pissed.
Yeah, no, he's got one of those faces though. One of those like.
One of those faces.
RBF. He's got one of.
Resting bitch face?
You tell me.
No.
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 Okay.
You have a stoic look.
I like that. Thanks,
Yeah,
Jillian.
welcome, team.
Appreciate you. I couldn't tell if you had RBF. Is that?
I don't think I.
Wait, do it again. Do it in the camera.
Wait, now I'm laughing. I can't keep
Poll.
a straight
We'll
face.
take a poll.
Poll.
Yeah, I don't know how to do polls, but we'll do a poll. You know,
Okay.
see who has RBF, who doesn't.
All right.
Anyways, I feel like we keep getting sidetracked. It
okay.
happens. It happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us. We have lots to
Jillian,
talk
you
about.
and I are some damn good people. So
Hell yeah.
we're as good as it gets.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. So freshman year. Okay,
College.
boom. Perfect. Wait,
Okay.
was that him? I'm gonna get him to stop.
Someone just went, oh,
Just turn off
Lights
the
out.
light. Dang. Did everybody leave?
did we just get left out in the dust?
For real. For real. Just turn the lights off. Okay.
Yeah, apparently so.
Cool.
Freshman year. So freshman year,
Yep.
I showed up. I was 4 months post-op. So I couldn't run
So you
yet.
still okay.
Was I? Wait. I got surgery May,
Damn near.
June. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Damn near.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah. Oh,
Couldn't.
no, there's my mom.
Oh, okay. So we're
I'm
not
like,
into
what
it
the heck?
again.
What the heck is going on?
I don't know. There's a lot of movement happening.
Yeah, for real.
I got there, so I couldn't run yet. I was like in such the early phases of rehab still that my leg was like a noodle. It was so horrible. I had a chicken leg.
Yeah.
Worst part of ACL surgery ever. Worst. I still was wearing like somewhat of a brace around, which was very annoying.
Yep.
But I did have quite the experience with my trainer from school.
Uh-oh.
She's no
happened?
longer at Siena, so I feel like it's okay to talk about.
Okay. No, talk about it. Let's hear it.
So I got to school and I went in to go have my, like, you know how you have your freshman physical that you go and they like check you for everything.
Oh yeah.
And they do like the balance test and all that stuff.
Oh no, I didn't do all that because like I got a physical like the summer before my freshman year and I just
So
sent
did
them that
I.
and I was like, wait, they still made you
They
do a
had it
physical?
made, they made everyone do it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, they do make you do that. Now that I
When
remember.
you're a freshman, that's it.
Well, no, they made me do it sophomore, junior, senior year too. What the heck, Maris? Thanks. I remember getting it sophomore and senior year and freshman. Sophomore and senior year
The
at
Saints
least.
only do it once.
Dang, the Saints, man.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'll be cheating.
Yeah.
Siena be cheating.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so I go in,
Yeah.
I see this doctor, and she's like, "Are you sure that your ACL was fixed?" And I'm like sitting there, and I burst into tears. I'm like, you can't tell somebody who just went through all of that like bullshit
yeah.
of ACL surgery that their ACL may or may not be torn still.
Oh my god.
I'm like, nuh-uh, it can't be.
Right.
Like, I just got it fixed, sister. I'm like, do you see that scar?
Yeah, big time.
So I called my doctor from home. He's like, that knee is rock fucking solid. I'm like, all right, that's all I need to hear.
Perfect.
So then moving on to my trainer, she was very apprehensive to working with girls because she was more into the attention that she got from guys.
What the heck?
It was really wrong.
That was...
So she hated working with our team.
That's so dumb.
She hated working with us. She was not nice to us. And I like just barely got the little niceness out of her because
Right.
I went in, you know, you're trying to be nice to everybody and you're trying to meet new people. So I was trying to be like very friendly towards
Right.
her. And, you know, I had known nothing about her. So I had no reason to have anything against her, you know?
Yep.
And then you go in and I'm like, okay, wow, this is what we're working with.
Yeah.
And so our practice time in the fall, that fall, was 7 to 9, lift 9 to 10. So before practice at like 5:30, I would go in for physical therapy because otherwise she'd have to be doing stuff for the other players during practice. So I get my ass up at like 5 o'clock every day of the fall, my freshman year.
That sounds so bad.
And mind you, I had to go to class right after lift.
Yeah.
So I was going from like 5 o'clock to like at least noon.
Right.
Without like any break.
Yeah. And you're also in like the freshman dorms where nobody sleeps in a freshman dorm.
No. And it's like, you know, freaking communal bathrooms are disgusting. And it's just all of it was like so gross and annoying.
Yeah.
So I show up on like the first day with my other friend who had also she tore like everything in her knee. She like busted her whole knee. But now we're best friends because of it.
Oh, perfect,
so it worked out. We said ACL club has a tough initiation, but it's worth it.
I like that. I mess with that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's
dang.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a club that you don't want to
really
be in.
You have to go through it.
Yeah, you got to be through it. Oh, man. Now I think about it. Oof. Okay. Yeah, salute to you.
Woo.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
So we went in together, and we'd go in, and we, like, obviously both had, like, so much work to do. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we're all tired. And she's like, I didn't have time for you guys today. And you're like, yeah. This thing has like a few months to heal before a season starts.
Exactly.
Like, we were trying to like get ourselves together, and
like you're gonna help me.
You can't stop doing recovery, or else you put yourself back, or you can hurt yourself. Like there are so many things that we had to do it, and she's like, I don't have anything for you guys, and that happened. I think one day a week, maybe, she would tell us to do something. Otherwise, she'd get pissed at us.
That's so ridiculous.
So I ended up calling my physical therapist from home and doing my stuff on my own because it was...
No way.
It was just absurd.
Yeah.
You know, your trainer trainer's supposed to help you.
Yeah, yeah.
So...
No, shout out Jeff. Jeff was so good. Jeff was the man.
Jeff.
Like, people talk. Nah, man. I love Jeff. I love the whole training crew.
A good trainer is so appreciated.
Exactly.
So appreciated.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and you know, if they're not helping you, they're getting someone else to help you. Like we had a lot of student trainers.
Exactly.
We have an athletic training program. Like it's great at Marist. Like they come in, they help you. Like it's your peers. Like who can come in and like at least guide you in the right direction or put you through the right stretches.
Connect you. Or, yes.
Yeah, and then like you're at a doctor's office, Jeff will come look at you if it's like something serious.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I mean, you know how important that like trainer aspect is in sports, and she just was. She hated us. It was like at the end, when she left, we would be like traveling on the bus to another game, and she'd be like submitting applications for jobs.
What the heck?
Like, you just need to go. Like
that's
you
like
even
actually
come back
ridiculous.
Tomorrow. We'll make it by ourselves.
That's like actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
You won't drop her name.
No, I will not. Sammy. I don't know what her last name was, but hopefully she's happier now because she was not happy at Siena.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm hoping the best for her, but it was not a fun time.
Really though, okay, and you know, it sucks that you have to deal with that, Jillian. Honestly,
it's okay though. I figured out how to be an independent freshman in college.
Right.
So, you know, there's a positive from that, and
look at that. Taking away all the positives.
I
love to hear it.
You have to.
You love to hear it. Okay. So. Now, you know, we're going to go from something negative to something even more negative now. Oh. So, your sophomore year.
Yep.
COVID. What the heck?
Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. I honestly was having a really hard time with my knees at that point, that my body was like, thank you.
Oh my God, yeah.
Which is really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a little break for you.
It definitely was. And I kind of feel guilty saying that, but it definitely was.
Yeah, I get that too. I mean,
it's hard on your body. Yes.
But Jillian, like here you are again, like finding the positive and the negative. So like honestly, you know, so your season got cut short, you know, whatever. Like you guys, how many games were you able to get in at that point?
We had not broken non-conference.
Jeez.
So I think we maybe had like 8 games? Maybe 7?
Dang.
6 or 7? Our
6 or
last
7.
game was Albany, I remember, and we were playing them, and I could see girls on the Albany defense crying. Wow, it's pouring.
Yeah, you hear it more on the sunroof, but I mean, yeah.
The storm earlier was kind of wild.
Oh my god. I was outside.
Where were, oh.
Jillian,
what are you doing?
It was terrible.
That's awful.
We were downtown
Did you have a rain
Syracuse,
jacket?
puddles all over the place. I had my raincoat on. I changed clothes. We go back out.
Uh-huh.
It starts pouring again, and I was just sopping wet. Like, I got home, my feet were sopping wet.
Like
It was,
sponges?
yes.
That's horrible.
And, like, the entire rest of the day, like, and it started raining at, what, like 2?
Yeah.
So I got off of work at 5. Yeah, I got off work at 5, and I'm out there downtown
horrible.
Syracuse, just sopping wet, cold,
You're
still
lucky you
having to
didn't
walk
get sick.
around. Yeah, I mean, well, it wasn't like I wasn't that cold.
I know.
Like,
but
it
being-
wasn't.
Ugh, that's so gross.
Yeah.
It's like the grossest feeling ever.
No, yeah, when I hate being wet. It's like the worst sensation.
It's so gross. You feel so gross.
Ugh.
You need to shower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right, but no, okay. COVID. Oh, I remember we used to see each other all the time at the track and stuff, working out.
Yes.
Yeah.
You. I remember seeing you, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm just like gonna take a jog. I'm gonna jog a mile."
Oh.
And you're like, "Yeah, I actually just hit a PR, 5:30," and I was like,
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, you're right.
"What?"
That happened one time though. That literally happened one time.
Well,
I
clearly-
like saw you when I first got there, and like I was just doing a little bit of a jog, and then I'm like, all right, let me run a mile. After I finished my first lap, I remember looking at my watch, and I was like,
Wow, I'm moving.
I'm moving. So let me like try to push myself. So I ran a 5:24.
All right, well, 5:30 wasn't good enough.
Well, I think 5:30 was like my record at the time,
See,
and I ended up running a
Terrence,
5:20.
Here's the difference between you and I. You can run those. I can probably run it 9 miles.
No, you got to give yourself more credit, Jillian.
I've never been a mile girl.
Okay,
Once I hit puberty,
true. Yeah, before that for me, well, I was fat as a girl. Did you know me when I was fat?
no,
Are you sure?
no.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know you.
Maybe-
I've only known you like this.
I wonder if Jake knew me when I was fat, because I was like
Chunker?
big boy.
I didn't know
I'll
that.
show you a picture. I have a picture on here, on my phone, on my laptop. I guarantee I have some. Oh, these are all my videos. What the heck, Jillian?
How old were you when you changed?
When I changed? That's a good question. That's a real good question.
You probably just sprouted like a green bean.
Something like that. Let's see.
I don't really feel like you've ever been fat in your life.
Oh my god, wait till you see these pictures, Jillian. You're gonna see.
Gonna prove me wrong?
Oh, look at this picture.
I'm drunk and I'm 20. Oh, I think that was the
December
worst hangover
2nd,
of his life.
2018. Really?
I think so.
Oh god.
Look at his eyes. You can probably see it in his eyes.
This poor guy. He was
He
feeling
gets
it.
squinties.
His squinties. I wish I had that video where it's like, shout out to my sis. Here's my shout out to my sister. She's an alcohol.
Oh, you're so cute, Terrence.
I'm fat as hell. You see how big I am?
You're a chunker.
That's Everett right there.
Oh my god. Wow, I remember him.
Look how big I am.
You're like a normal little boy, though.
That wasn't normal, little
Yes,
boy.
it is.
That was freaking huge.
Terrence, it's really cute.
No, Jillian. Ay, ay, ay. Let me see if I can find something else. Oh, gang.
Aww.
Look at all those.
How cute.
What was that? Gang?
Oh my god. Ah! Journalism.
Fun times. Gang? Right here. You're all over my,
Oh,
Oh,
my
look at
god,
this.
Jacob. What is
That's probably you right there.
looking at?
What the heck? Funny. Oh, dang.
Wow. You guys look young. Look at your hair.
You some jits in that picture.
Jits?
Jits.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Ask somebody from Florida.
Jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu. I don't know. That's like Florida slang for like
Jits?
little boy, I guess. I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah. No,
Well,
I don't see any others. But if I find one, I will show you.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I was big boy.
I don't really feel like that's classified as fat. I feel like that's just a little boy.
I was like,
Did you see Jake? Jake wore husky pants when he was a little boy.
I wore double husky pants. Gotta be.
Bullshit.
Gotta be,
No.
Jillian. Gotta be.
Double husky.
So yeah, I remember seeing you at the track a bunch. So you were working out, like you
Oh,
were.
yeah.
You started to feel a little better.
Oh
Apparently.
yeah, definitely,
Okay.
definitely. I always went into the fall like feeling very good.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
And
the
then
summer, once I rested, it was always. I just struggled when it became an everyday thing. It was just a lot of joint.
the college
pain.
grind.
Yeah,
Jillian.
it's definitely a grind. It's
Yeah,
definitely a
the
grind.
college grind, and I feel that too.
Yeah,
like
I'm
at the end
sure
of this
you do.
season, like you're just in
hurting.
shambles. Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
For sure.
So what about when? What about your junior? Like, what kind of season did you guys have your junior year? Because I know Marist, we didn't really have much of a season.
You guys, oh yeah, that's right. Well, you guys were indoor too, so that made it a lot harder, I'm sure.
Well, no. I'm talking about our lacrosse teams. Like, because we were shut down.
You guys didn't. Yeah. You guys didn't really have much.
Mm-mm.
We just played conference.
Mm.
God, what was junior year? Oh yeah, so junior year ended up kind of poorly too. Not for our team, but for some reason my body just could not really handle it. But I ended up working my way. That fall I had like a really good fall. I felt really good. That was the first time that I had gone through like a season.
Yeah.
Feeling really good.
Oh, awesome.
So I was like pumped for spring, and I had worked myself out of a brace, so I was like, I'm sure you know with an ankle brace, like you feel a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
So like having
It's
no
annoying.
knee brace, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like a reminder.
Yep.
So having no knee brace was awesome. So I like finally got the confidence to not wear it, and then we get to spring, and for some reason like the winter, like playing in the snow makes me a little bit more nervous. But I ended up being fine for a little bit, and then I sprained my knee. And I thought I needed to get like an MRI or something, and everyone kept telling me it was fine. So I was like, okay, it's fine. I did like 2 days of PT, and then they threw me back in, so it was fine. And then it bugged me for quite some time, and it also just like freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because it just, when you're already like hyper nervous about something, I just completely threw me for a loop. And then, so at the end of season, my knee ended up being okay. I had to put the brace back on. But then that's when the pelvis issue came into play.
Oh my gosh,
Which
I
is
forgot about this.
Just
Yeah.
ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
And I still am like trying to get back into running, but
Oh, you poor
that
thing.
was a nightmare too, because
Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on.
Because that like swung over into this year, and then
That's
you
why I
had
didn't
another
play
knee
this
thing
year.
this year.
And then I tore my meniscus this year.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah,
Jill?
it's like a joke almost, because you're
Yeah.
like, this seems like this girl's doing it to herself. Like
Yeah.
you would think that I like wanted to be injured
Right.
based on how often. Yeah, it was just like shit luck. I I think there's some bodies that are apt to like being able to. I mean, like you competed for 5 years.
Well, not
And you-
well. Like I
But
was.
you did. But you did.
I was.
Give credit where
I was in
credit's due.
shambles. I was in shambles this year. This year was the
I'm
roughest
sure.
for sure. But
I'm sure. Our 5th years were in complete shambles too.
yeah, no, it's a grind too, and like even like I felt it. Like
I know.
after every day, like
Yeah,
it's just
you're like.
there
oh
are
my
guys
God.
who like go in there every day and like barely even grab ice maybe like once a week.
There's people like that, and I think bodies. I think it's honestly so genetic, because there are so many people that I know and are so successful and are so fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's people like me who just like, and it's fine. Like it didn't really work out that way.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You know what I mean? Like it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, true. Yeah, the cookie
crumbled the wrong way.
The bad cookies crumbled. Probably ain't had no sugar. Somebody put something in it like, well, I like raisins in my cookies. Oatmeal raisin
in my cookies.
Oatmeal raisin
Fire.
cookies are okay. Hot take. Oatmeal raisin cookies are better than chocolate chip.
All right, I don't know if I can follow with that.
Really?
I love chocolate chip.
I
do like. Oh, have you had?
Overrated.
Have you had white chocolate chip and cranberry raisins?
No.
Because those are better than oatmeal raisin.
Really?
Yes. I'll have my mom make
White
some
chocolate
for you.
chip. Could you please?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll go home and ask her to make them.
That would be so
but
amazing.
Probably next week because we're leaving.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'll be
okay.
around.
Okay.
I'll be around. I'll be back.
I'll do that for you.
Perfect.
Because I want them.
Oh, you're...
So we'll make a
your
double
mom's
batch.
a saint too. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Hey, I really want to try like one or two.
You can have we'll make you a batch. Because we love you.
I love you guys too. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Risavi's like my second family.
I
Pretty
always
much.
say you're my brother from another family. So
Can you tell the resemblance?
it comes from the resting bitch face.
Big time, big time. Okay, so, all right, let's stop talking about like lacrosse stuff
I'm good
and like
with
your
that.
injuries, and
Okay.
and let's focus on who Jillian Risavi is. Let's talk about what do you do off the field.
Okay.
Like, what are some of your hobbies?
Some of my hobbies.
Clearly, you don't like
God.
watching Marvel movies. What was that? Is that your phone?
Yep.
It's like it can't be my phone.
That was
'cause-
under me too. Oh God, well, Jake and I always joke because he wants me to learn how to play the ukulele, and I kind of want to do it.
You guys can start a band. Let me sing.
Yes.
I'll sing.
You can do it. Although it's pretty fun. We went to the guitar store and I like picked one up and I was like, well, this is kind of awesome.
Really?
And it's way easier to play with than a guitar because I
Yeah.
don't know if you've played a guitar before, but the strings hurt my fingers so bad. They like cut my fingers.
Yeah.
So I think the ukulele would be a better fit for me
That would be fire.
and hilarious.
You should buy one.
I think I might if I can get a gift card.
Exactly.
But otherwise, oh God, see, I feel like I didn't have time for hobbies during college.
Fair
But
enough.
I still love working out. That's still
Yep.
like my daily habit. Is
Big
to go
fitness
do
girl.
that.
I respect
Yep. It makes me feel good, and I'm actually kind of like crafty a little bit, so I like to do like crafty things.
Okay.
And hang with the dogs.
Yes.
Those
yes.
are my pride and joy.
Oh
so.
my gosh. Yes. So when you mentioned crafty, are you like painting? I remember
I used to paint.
you did
yeah.
something. You had like what are those things called?
Canvas.
Canvas. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember you had a canvas for something one time.
Yeah.
I went over to your house and I just saw one out and I was like, oh.
It was probably one of I see. This is my other problem is I like will get my heart set on doing something.
Yep.
And I like start to do it and then I'm like, man, and I never finish it. But I do like in high school I loved to paint and do stuff like that. But I feel like I tried to do some of it during COVID and yeah, I don't know. I always think to myself that if I had known that COVID was going to happen, I would have had a better plan of what to do
Yeah.
at the time. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Like,
yeah.
if I knew that it was coming, then I would have been like, I'll take up painting for real. Like,
Big
I will
time.
take my time.
Yeah,
with painting.
if you knew you were gonna be stuck in the house for months.
Yeah,
but
like
yeah,
every day you're like, well, am I going to be out tomorrow?
Right.
Or you don't know what's going to happen. Then you just wait.
right.
Like,
You're
how
just
many
checking the
months?
numbers every day,
Yeah.
and yeah.
So,
No, I get that.
but yeah, I guess I need to work on finding some new hobbies.
Right, you're officially retired.
I'm officially retired.
Congratulations,
Thanks,
my
Siena.
friend.
So are you.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah.
nuts. Do you think?
Toes
okay,
up.
toes up. Yes, gang. Do you think you'll get into like coaching or training or something like that?
So I'm actually coaching not this weekend but next weekend.
No
My
way.
college coach, her travel team, and I'll be coaching in the fall too. So it's like little girls, but
that's fun.
It's fun because I mean, they are quite the characters.
Oh God!
I mean,
are they sassy or are they just like
and,
really
and just strange?
Strange.
Very strange. Like,
okay, define strange.
All right, so I'll give you an example. So there's this one. So it's usually the younger girls that are very different, and you're like, maybe this isn't what you're gonna do in college. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
maybe this isn't your path.
Yeah.
But that's okay. This one girl, her name was, well, she likes to be called Stormy.
Like Travis Scott's kid.
Yes, indeed. She wore a lot of eyeliner, and I think she was probably like 9 years old. A lot of it. To lacrosse practice at 8 o'clock at night. And her hair, there's nothing wrong with this, but just describing her look.
Yeah.
She
you can describe
very
someone.
like short pixie cut going on.
What's pixie cut?
Like, you know when women have their hair cut very short?
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Okay.
So just she got her own style going on, and then she's very sassy. And she would come over and she'd be like, this is what I do to my cat when she, like, disrespects me. And I'm like, first of all, how does your cat disrespect you?
Yeah.
Like, cats don't do much. She, like, jabs her fingers, like, into my neck. She, like, I was like, oh, my God.
Oh.
She's got, like, these sharp little nails. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh.
It was just weird. Like,
The nerve.
I would never do that to a coach when I was 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, that's just what.
Nor would you do it to Huxley or Ophelia.
No, you do that to your cat. She's like, I buckle him in the backseat of the car. I go, okay, I mean.
She buckles her cats, and I
don't know.
To each his own.
To each
This is a new age of children we are going to have to deal with, Jillian. I don't.
Yeah. My dad says the world gets more complex by the day. So
big time. Okay, you mentioned your dad.
Yep.
You know, in knowing you guys and being, you know, such good friends with, you know, everyone in your family.
Yes.
Talk to me about the importance of family that has on your life, and like, because I know you guys are very tight knit.
Yes.
That's why you guys are such good people.
Yeah.
Like, just because you have that core, that good foundation, that good upbringing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Literally everything. I feel like this year in particular, I think the older that you get, the more that you appreciate the way that you were raised. And I feel like this year was like a clear painting of that.
Yep.
Especially this year when I was obviously not playing.
Yep.
Which is really hard to be. I mean, and you know too, it's hard to be in it and not like 100% involved.
Yep. When you're not out there, for sure. No, I know exactly how you feel.
So, and even just being at practice and, you know, being on the sideline the whole year, it got really tough for a while, and it was definitely really draining. And then, you know, when season started and we had our first game and it was like a knockout game, and we did really well. So I was very happy for the team, but I also had this like internal feeling of like, this hurts so bad.
Yeah.
You want so badly to be a part of it, you know? So I couldn't necessarily talk to my teammates about that because I feel like it's not selfish, but it felt selfish.
Yep.
But it was just how it felt. And, you know, I needed to talk to my family about that. So I remember calling my mom, and everyone was going out, and I was just like so not in the mood for it.
Right.
And I was kind of being short with her because I just like didn't want to get upset on the phone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was like, she could totally tell I was upset. And then I was like, okay, I'm good. And I hung up, and then I called her back. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm really upset. And I like got everything out and told her that, you know, how much it sucked and how much I'm dreading like the 16 next games that is going to take all season. And, you know, that's how I would be spending my time. And like, you would know how much that's going to suck. So having family to be able to talk to in moments like that and like ground you was the most important thing that I had this year. And I think also just, you know, realizing that there's so much more to life than things that seem so important at the time. I completely contribute to family because, you know, it's just so much more important to have people in your life that care about you than people that don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a lot of people that don't. And that's just like the hard truth of life.
Very, very well said, Jillian. Very well
Thank you,
said.
T.
Like that's so nice that to hear that, and some people don't understand that till they're in their mid 30s, and
Yeah.
here you are figuring that out at 19.
I swear I'm 21. I swear.
Yeah, here you are, Judge. I'm 21. Yeah,
It says it on my ID.
Yeah, on your ID. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Jillian from Connecticut.
From Connecticut,
from New York?
exactly. Yeah.
But,
yeah, you had to use that for a while.
I cut it up.
Really?
I chopped it up. I was like, I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore.
Oh, right. When you turned 21 last week,
Yeah,
after you graduated from college.
To wish me a happy birthday, which is the funny thing. Funny thing.
I'm sorry. I feel that. But yeah, no, just jokes. But yeah, no, family is really important, and I'm so glad you're able to see that and recognize that, and just be able to be yourself and be just let people know like of your feelings and be able to get that out. It's like a therapy session.
Oh
almost.
my God, yeah.
Like just talking to your mom sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and Jake too. Having Jake in Albany was.
What a guy.
I mean, as much as we joke, we are super close.
Yeah. Sib goals.
So to be able to hang out on Sundays and go to his place and get away from campus was like totally a therapy session, because you can just like take a deep breath and be like, okay, there's more to life than like saints.
Yes.
So,
Exactly. Yeah. I'm worried about that, man.
Why?
You gotta see some of the stuff he sends me on Instagram. I'll show you after this.
I'm nervous.
It's actually ridiculous.
Did he send you the stuff about the little?
I'm gonna start sending them to you.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm gonna start sending them to you.
He sent me something with like a rat. Did he send you that?
Probably not.
Okay.
He sent some pretty messed up stuff. Like.
That makes me nervous.
Oh, just wait till you see.
Okay.
But okay, I know. Let's talk about like food. Like, what's your
food?
Yeah,
my favorite topic. Chick-fil-A.
Yes. That's exactly what I was gonna bring up, because I remember in COVID, you guys were so excited. You guys made Chick-fil-A.
Oh, Terrence.
Homemade Chick-fil-A.
It was so accurate and so good.
Really?
It was so. Jake did such a good job. I have to give credit where credit is due.
He kills it. He's a good cook.
He's a very good cook. He would make steak on Sundays at school, and I would be like, hell yeah, I'm coming over for dinner.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna eat dining hall or steak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had steak with your family last year one time. Jake
Did
made
you?
it. Mm-hmm.
Was I there?
No. I don't. I think you showed up late.
Oh, was I coming from work?
Probably. Because it was like, I remember just sitting down, like family dinner.
And I was not there.
You weren't there. It was
You
like,
remember,
oh, damn.
see,
poor
we
Jane.
look so much alike that.
Exactly. They
that
must have
just
mistaken me for you.
happens.
Exactly. It happens that way. But yeah, no, I think you came back later and like we did a fire or something.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. That was really fun.
Ay.
You're gonna have to come over for another fire.
For sure. When do you so what's your favorite thing? Do you cook at all?
I'm trying to. I get scared of cooking meat.
What's wrong with meat?
I don't know. It's raw and gross.
Oh, okay.
I
like
get
chicken
nervous.
breast?
So I did cook my first chicken tenderloin a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I'm only 16,
How'd that go?
so it's
You're
fine.
Perfect.
It went well.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. Cooked it for the family. It was good. It was a success. My specialty is roasted vegetables.
Okay.
Very simple.
Yep.
Can cook noodles really well.
Okay.
Veggie burgers, anything in the air fryer.
Okay. Veggie burgers, anything in the air fryer. Okay. Do you like eat pork and beef and all that stuff, or do you like have? Okay.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say.
I'm not a vegetarian by any means.
Right.
It's more of like
Health.
No, it's more that I'm afraid to touch raw meat.
Jillian, what the heck?
I don't know. It's
Really?
so gross. It smells bad. Yeah, it's slimy.
But it smells so good once it's cooked.
I know. It just is the unpackaging part that freaks me out.
I feel that. Okay.
So
I just made some potatoes in here.
Oh.
I don't know if you smelled them when you first came in here.
I'm stuffy, so I swear to God that I've had allergies or COVID No, I don't have COVID, but I swear I've had long-term effects from COVID.
Yeah.
Since I had it.
Oh my God! I forgot you had COVID.
Yeah.
During Christmas.
I swear my stuffy nose is
during
not
Christmas.
Yes, it was the worst Christmas ever.
Yikes!
Worst Christmas
I forgot
ever.
all about
Got
that.
it.
I forgot all about that.
Did you guys get COVID?
Knock on wood.
I'm not gonna knock on the bugs, but.
Oh yeah, true. You can knock on the chair. Forgot about those. I gotta get rid of those. Honestly, like that's terrible.
No, they're little friends.
No, they're not. I hate them.
No, they're not.
No, my mom was just yelling.
They're
at
like
me.
they're like in a museum. They're like.
Yeah, she's like, you've always been the type to like just go after and kill anything. Like if there was any like bug or anything in the house, like I'd be the first one. Okay, I don't want to say it because I don't want it to happen again. But like,
I'm nervous.
We've had bats get in here.
Okay, I can handle bats. If you said snake, I'd probably leave.
Oh yeah, we had a snake out front. Cause like Jillian, this is the wilderness. Like this, like literally right outside here, it's like just all woods.
We really can't talk about snakes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you scared?
They freak me out so bad.
Really?
Yeah, they are like my biggest fear.
Don't tell everyone your biggest fear.
Snakes. That's a common big fear, though. I
Yeah,
feel like.
no, that's not
What's
bad.
Your biggest fear? Snakes?
No, because I'm not scared of snakes.
Why?
Not scared of spiders.
How are you not scared of those things?
I just like see them and I'm like, okay, that's a garter snake. Mind you, we do live in upstate New York. So if we lived in like Arizona and I saw a rattlesnake, I might be like, whoa. But the snakes I see around here are like little tiny garter snakes.
Have you seen multiple this year?
Yeah, like
what?
Jillian, do you see where I live? Like anytime I go outside, I see one probably.
What?
Like in our front yard, not
I just got the heebie-jeebies up my back.
No. Like if you walk in my backyard, you're bound to see at least one. If you walk back there for like 10 minutes, Jillian, you're acting surprised.
I don't see any in my backyard.
Knock on wood.
I swear to God, I think I would be paralyzed in fear.
No.
I'm not even exaggerating.
Tiny little, this big, like you won't even, like we have like little salamanders and stuff like that.
Oh, I can. Okay, so here's my rule.
Yep.
Anything with no legs or with too many legs, no go. Okay, so like snakes, worms, caterpillars, centipedes absolutely cannot do centipedes.
Yep. Oh, really?
Spiders, stink bugs have too many legs. Like anything past the normal 4.
The normal 4. I feel that. Okay. I honestly, I don't blame you. I mean, my brother, he's pretty scared of that stuff, so I've always been the one to like take care of it for him. But that's a good question. What is my biggest fear?
Yeah, what is it?
Do you really want to know? Because I want to get deep. Do you really want to know? Probably something happening to my mom.
Okay.
She's the best.
I think that is...
That scares me to death.
That is my probably biggest fear ever.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
It is very scary.
Yeah.
It like hurts your heart to think about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't think about it. Mama's good.
Don't think about it.
Mama's good. She's chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my biggest fear. Damn, you made me admit my biggest fear on my podcast, Jillian.
We're getting deep.
We getting deep, exactly, exactly. To get even more deep, what would you say to reflect on your lacrosse career as a whole?
Like one statement, or just what would I?
Like
say?
what? Like you can make a couple statements, but like what would you say to sum up? You know, how you dealt with it, and you know.
Okay.
What are your final thoughts?
My initial thought is that it went the complete opposite way that I thought it would. Mm-hmm. I definitely didn't expect any of it to go the way that it did. However, in a weird way, I'm very thankful that it did, because I feel like without being in the positions that I was in and dealing with some of those really difficult things and learning how to be an independent person, I don't think I would be the confident person that I am today because of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely, there's a lot of layers to it, but I feel like without those things happening, I feel like I wouldn't have had to learn those things until how many years
Right.
later on.
Right. And that's going to pay off in other areas of your life, not just
Yeah.
lacrosse, but everything else
Right.
in different adversities, different challenges, different
Yes.
people you encounter.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sure the people you encountered in lacrosse are going to be exactly like some of the people you
Oh
encounter,
my God, yeah.
like say in the
you
workforce.
learn so much about people. And even having the honor of being a captain and not being able to play was, it was a really awesome feeling because, your coach believes in you.
Yep.
And my coach was so great about making it clear that, people respected me and, my team respected me. And having people that I respected believe in me enough to know that I could handle certain things without necessarily being your typical
Right.
captain of this most successful one on the field or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
the one
certain
who's
things-
out there.
the
just-
loudest person.
Yeah.
Or, so
you don't have to be that. You can
yeah,
lead by
you can-
example.
yes, and lead by your own type of. I guess everyone has different types of leadership. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially if
yeah.
you're a good person, leading by example.
Yeah,
people see you be like, I want to be more like Jillian.
And that was
great.
the hard thing is that you can't. I didn't feel comfortable telling people what to do if I wasn't doing it myself. So that was a hump that I had to get over because I didn't want to be like, hey guys, hustle up when I'm sitting my ass on the sideline,
right.
for 2 hours straight.
Yep.
So that was there's definitely a lot of good things. And I guess overall, even though it went completely haywire, I'm glad that it went the way that it did because I met a lot of good people and I learned a lot of lessons that I hope will be beneficial.
Nice.
So.
No, and I'm sure they will. No, very well said. Very well said. Super proud of you. Super excited to see all that you continue to accomplish, in life, in your career, in school, and all that. So,
The same to you.
Oh, thank you. Even though I'm done with school, thank the Lord. You still
But
have
in the
2
work
more
world,
years,
too.
my friend.
In the work world.
I know,
you're gonna be great.
big work world, But yeah. So, let's end it off on a positive note.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Let's finish on a positive note. Talk to me about your favorite, let's say, top 3 favorite TV shows, top 3 favorite movies, top 3 favorite music artists.
Oh
Go.
my gosh. Okay. New Girl, 100% is my favorite TV show.
Okay. Haven't seen it, but okay.
That's upsetting.
I've heard
It's
about it.
upsetting. I like Schitt's Creek.
Yep.
Hilarious. I like shows that are lighthearted and funny.
Oh, okay.
And another one, I don't know if I have a third favorite.
The Office.
Sure.
You like The Office?
Yeah, I do like that.
Hey.
All right, so there it is. Movies. I think the Jackass movies are really funny.
Oh my god. You were telling me about this the other day.
I'm hooked on it right now.
Yeah.
Cruella.
Cruella with
Really good.
Emma Stone?
Yes.
Is that her name?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Spider-Man.
She's so good. Yeah. And then probably one of the other Disney movies.
You gotta name it.
I gotta group all of them together because I like all of them.
Name one. Or 2. Whatever ones you want.
Lion King.
Okay. Very valid. Okay.
You have a lot of variety.
Yeah, and then, okay, last one is favorite music artist.
Oh,
3
see,
favorites.
this one's hard, Terrence. I don't know if I'm a good person to answer this question.
You don't listen to music?
No, I listen to music. I just don't really pick based on my favorite people. I just base it on the song. You know what I mean?
Okay, and then give me your 3 favorite songs.
Oh, see, that's hard too. There's so many songs. Give me your 3 favorite.
My 3 favorite?
Yeah.
Still Tippin' by Mike Jones. Still Tippin'. Oh, shoot, that is a good one. World Is Yours by Nas.
Okay.
The World Is Yours. And then throw some 90210 Travis Scott.
All right. You did it. Easy enough.
Still Tippin'. Oh my God.
I'll cue it up for the ride home.
Exactly. That song gets me hyped.
Okay, I'll have to listen to it then.
Perfect. Okay. Go ahead. Go.
What?
Your turn.
I don't want
Your 3 favorite. I did mine. You gotta do yours.
Oh, my favorite right now is Iris by, who are those people? Do you know that song, Iris?
Go ahead, sing.
No, absolutely not. Well, it's Iris.
Yep.
And then,
okay.
I don't know, Terrence. I don't really like this question. This is going to be the worst part of the podcast. I'm telling you.
Or
there's so many.
you can give an artist then.
Okay.
But you gotta give 3.
Coldplay.
Coldplay. Gotcha. Viva la vida.
Yes.
Gang.
I don't know.
No, come on. Gunna, Lil Baby.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yes, there it is.
No, I'm
ding,
kidding.
ding, ding.
I'm kidding.
I
Seriously?
do like them.
You like Gunna?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
them.
He might be going to jail for a little while, but
Why?
you didn't hear?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, after this, I'll show you. But, thank you so much for coming on, Jillian.
Thank you, T.
Super excited, super glad to have you on. You've always been supportive of me. I'm
Hell yeah.
so appreciative of that. You're one of my very best friends.
Always.
So thank you for coming on. So proud of you. Congrats on your lacrosse career. Everyone, please go follow her on Instagram. What is her Instagram?
Jillian Risavi, 18.
18. So go follow her and say congrats on an amazing lacrosse career, Jillian. We're all so proud of you. Anything else you'd like to plug?
T is the man.
That's so nice. But yeah, thanks so much again,
you.
Jillian. Thank you all for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. All right. Thanks so much. Peace. All right. I'm going to try. All right. Hello, everyone. Jillian, how are you? Sound check.
Sound check. I'm good, Terrence. How are you?
Perfect. Amazing.
I wasn't stopping for you.
What? Hi.
Just dabbed.
Be better.
Dad.
Be better. Be better.
I'm not gonna beep at him.
Jake, what did you just
No,
do?
stop. Oh, you dickhead. Dude, if it's the dad, then you're
Is it dad?
I don't know.
Wait, who's that?
Terrence, I can't see.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god, is that a stop sign? I can't tell.
Jillian!
Yeah, I'm just gonna
That was
say
me.
Oh, wait, I just dabbed.
Dab. It was a dab.
I hate people.
dabbed.